everybody, how's it going? Thank you for joining me on this fine, beautiful day. That's me looking out the window. You can't see out there, but it's nice. So I'm feeling a little bit of a heavy heart, feeling some emotions, but that feels genuine and that feels good because these videos are not intended to present this idea that you can be happy all the time and feel good all the time. The main goal is a more positive and happy life overall, and sometimes that involves feeling shitty, but doing it with grace, hopefully, or not, doing it like a mess, but doing it in a way that serves you and ultimately leads you to your higher goals or your best life, right? So I'm sharing this with you today because yesterday I made the decision to release a relationship that wasn't serving me in the ways that it was good, but it wasn't good enough. And I agonized over it for a long time. So it was with a fellow who I love dearly. And we were in a formal relationship for years, and then we broke up. And then we came back together as friends, and then we were more intimate again, and what the kids might call friends with benefits, I guess. I don't know. But it didn't have a title, and it was nebulous, and we weren't really on the same page ever, except that we cared about each other and liked spending time together. And that seemed like it was enough. But there was always a part of me that's like, this isn't enough, because I know that I want marriage, and I want to deepen a connection with one person for the long term. And so I was trying to engage in this relationship that really wasn't what I wanted, but it felt like it was good enough for the time being, and it felt weird to end something with someone that I got along with. And, you know, there was nothing bad about him or me or us together. It just wasn't, we just didn't want the same things, I guess. So yesterday it just became clear that I needed to let it go. And it hurt, and it was painful, and it still kind of sucks. And of course it sucks. I mean, it happened last night. It's going to suck for a while, I assume. But that's okay, because the whole point was that I'm releasing that to allow what I truly want to flow into my life. And I just wanted to share this with you because I think there's these times where we struggle with making a decision and we feel like, I don't know what to do, and that not having clarity is agonizing, and we feel like we should know what to do, and we feel like we should figure it out and kind of effort our way to a decision point and then make that decision. And all during this time and over the last couple years, I've been trusting this teaching from a couple different people that was like, not knowing is information too. And if you don't know what to do, don't do anything. It's sort of like, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, if you've ever heard that saying. And I don't know if this applies to everything across the board, but I think there's a lot of truth here in that if you don't know what to do, you don't have to do anything just yet. It's okay. There's still more information to be had. I realized that even in my struggle with this relationship with this person and feeling conflicted about it, there was still information there. There was still learning to be done. There was still experience for us to have together. And I think by just sitting with that and by being in it and realizing like, okay, I don't have to make a decision either way right now. I can just be with this person when I'm with them and think about it when I'm not, or just relax into it somehow. That allowed the deeper truth to arise. And it didn't make the decision necessarily easier, but it just was more sure. I actually was about to make the opposite decision the day before. I was considering like, hey, let's just put a label on this. We get along. Let's just date. Let's just be together officially, right? But I just sort of let that sit too, and that didn't feel quite right. And then the next day, yesterday, was when the deeper truth arose of like, okay, this is what I need to do next. And it is to let this person go with love and see what's next on my trail. So, yeah, if you're in the middle of a tough decision, don't force it. You can't make the wrong decision either, is what I'm finding out too. And I think that cripples us when we worry, like, I can't decide because I don't want to fuck this up. Like, what if I'm letting go of a person who's really good for me? I promise you that if something is meant to be yours, it will find you again. You can't mess it up in this life. There's a lot of freedom in accepting that as a basic premise. You just do your best and you do what feels right for you at the time, and then you move forward from there. So I hope this made sense. I hope that this helps. I hope you're not struggling too mightily with conflict and tough decisions, but just know that there's good information to be had there. So take care of yourself if you're in the middle of that. try to be easy and breathe through it and trust that you will know what to do when the time is right, and then you'll do it and it'll be okay. So I love you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.